Now, how do files get into the Kavik system? There are several answers to this question. 1. Kavik is usually installed so that the content of your file server is cataloged by Kavik. So the files simply stay where they are. Kavik analyzes the folders and files, reads out all information, and generates previews. So you don't have to import existing files into Kavik first. 2. Kavik notices changes to folders and files on your file server. This means that if you or another user has the right to copy, change, or delete files on the server, this will also take place in Kavik. Provided you have the appropriate rights, you can copy files to your file server via the Windows Explorer or Mac Finder, and thus they are already visible to Kavik. What you see in Kavik corresponds to the current status of the file server. If you create a folder on the file server, you will also see it in Kavik seconds later. If you rename the folder afterwards, it is also renamed in Kavik. This works in both directions. So, if you create, change, or delete folders or files in Kavik, this also will happen automatically on the file server. 3. On the left side, you can see that some folders have an icon with an upward pointing arrow. This means that you are allowed to upload to this folder via Kavik. There are two methods for this. You click on the folder and see the gear. Click on the gear wheel and select Upload Assets. A window will open where you can select the files you want to upload. During the upload, you will see a small message in the upper left corner. It shows you that an upload is in progress. During the upload, you can continue working normally. The simplest way to do this is often like this. Click on the folder, from your Windows Explorer or Mac Finder, simply drag and drop the files you want in the middle of the window. By the way, you can also upload zipped, i.e. compressed files, or directories in this way. When you import files into Kavik, Kavik generates previews of all files. Generating these previews can take a few seconds, especially if you upload very large or many files to the server. Kavik can decompress zip files itself. There is no limit, so you can upload large and many files at once. 4. If you want to ask someone to send you files, for example, a photographer or graphic designer who works for you externally, you can also send an upload link. It's quite simple. Click on the folder with the upward arrow. Click on Create Upload Link. This creates a link that you can send by email, for example. In doing so, you can set until when the link should be usable and whether you will be notified when new data arrives. You can also specify a name so that you can remember later what you created it for. You can also enter a description for the recipient so that he or she knows what to upload. At the end, you click on the small letter symbol. Your email program opens a form, and you can complete and send the mail. So the recipient gets an email with a link. If he clicks on the link, a simple browser window opens, into which he simply drags the files. After the upload, you can update the display by clicking the button in the upper right corner. The files are located exactly in the folder from which you created the upload link.